Hello, hello, my loves. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to a video diary chit chat type of a video. This isn't going to be any kind of like show and tell or anything. This is going to be just one of those videos that you could set aside and just listen to if you want to. I have this whole list of ideas for videos that I want to try to get through for the Halloween fall season. I always come up with the titles first. So one of the video titles I came up with was, Why am I going strong with Halloween this year? And I think that's the one I want to film today. So get yourself something nice to drink. I have an iced water from my Starbucks Fall Halloween Cup 2022. I'm such a dork. Get yourself something to eat, something to munch on. I am actually going to be munching on some mangoes. Yeah, let's just get into this. So I will see you there. Okay, my loves, so let's go ahead and open space first. I like to do that before we do anything else. I like to open sacred space, and I just kind of like to have the feel, the energy set, and just the feel in the space. And I always do that with a candle. So if you want to go along with me, grab your candle right now and let's hold space. So bring your awareness to your heart space, close your eyes. And let's just take a moment to bring our energy back into our body. Let yourself let go of the last 10 minutes, the last hour, the day ahead, the day before, the night before. And just allow yourself to be present right now. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. And we send our beautiful intentions, Spirit. We just light these candles to symbolize our beautiful sacred space, our sacred circle. This is a space of peace and love, a space to be vulnerable, a space to be open and share, and just be cozy and just be together. Lighting the candle, signifying that our circle is open. And when I blow the candle out, it will symbolize that our circle is closed. Oh, I have a lot to talk about. Why am I going strong with Halloween this year, right? Because last year was a complete disaster. So last year, starting in about, I would say, the end of spring, going into summer, I just started to feel a lot of tower moments happening. I was starting to see a lot of tower moments happening in my life. And you guys could probably like scroll back into my videos going to like May, June of last year. You'll probably see me starting to talk about my tower moments. But some tower moments that I was experiencing was stuff within my business. I had a couple disrespectful clients. They were like new clients that I'd never worked with, and I just had some disrespectful clients. I had a lot of boundary things that I was dealing with how to manage my spiritual business, but also how to honor, how to be like a friend, but also honor like the professional, me being the reader and they are the client. It was kind of hard to like keep the two separate without offending somebody, or I was always worried about like, upsetting someone or hurting their feelings. So it's always hard for me to maintain that balance. I was learning a lot of lessons. There was a lot of other lessons happening in the background with me learning how to be more assertive in my business, and also me learning how to take on the challenging client or the disrespectful client, or these kinds of things, and learning how to make it fit in my business, and how do I, change things that need to change, right? And then in the pit of summer, there was just a lot of unnecessary drama going on in different spiritual circles I was a part of. I was taking on, I wouldn't call it mentorship, but I was in memberships. And there was just little things happening here and there. And there was just a lot of drama. I don't know how else to to describe it, but just drama. And then I had a falling out with a really, really good friend of mine. So that was very hard. That was probably like the biggest tower moment in my 2022 year. So I was maneuvering through a friendship fallout. I had also other fallouts with other people, but it was kind of in connection to, and it was just this whole entanglement of drama. Just a lot of exiting out. There was a lot of people exiting out of my life, and I chose to exit out of other people's lives. And just a lot of like this like massive separation happening. So if anyone knows, when you go through a friendship fallout or a breakup or whatever you want to call it, it does hurt, and it does feel very much similar and sometimes even worse than an actual physical breakup. So I was going through kind of like that mourning process of a friendship fallout. And then I also got sick with the big C. And I never had it before, so it was my very first time having it. My husband and I both got it, and this was at the very end of July, and I was sick for 3 weeks. It was really, really bad the first week, and then the last 2 weeks was the lingering cough and the like lack of energy, and I didn't have a voice. I literally lost my voice for 3 weeks. And any of you guys who remember, I had to reschedule a lot of my one-on-one sessions because I had no voice. At the time I was also hosting my own membership, and I had to cancel a lot of the membership meetings because I had no voice and I had no energy, and I just didn't feel like I wanted to do anything. I was like juggling my friendship fallout, breakup, thingamajigger, going through the mourning process of that. I was grieving that friendship. And then I was also really, really sick. And my body was physically just putting me on my ass, literally, to like slow down. So that was pretty much like the end of July and like the first 2 weeks of August. Mind you, July and August is the prime time for Halloween hunting. So if you love Halloween, you know July, sometimes even the end of June, July and August is the prime time to get your Halloween decor, whether it's for your everyday Halloween decor or it is just for your, the Halloween season. But that is like the hot time to get your stuff. That is when the stores start to put their stuff out. It's fresh, it's new, and you just want to kind of get your hands on the things that you want before it is sold out. And being sick and going through grieving and just going through all of the drama, and just I was exhausted with people. I didn't want to be around anybody at that point. I was like nursing my broken heart. I was dealing with being sick, and I just was tired of people. I was able to hold space for my one-on-one sessions, but there was also a point that I did step back, took off my my mediumship, I don't call it mediumship, it's more my Spirit, Me, and You session. I remember I took it off my website because I just could not hold space to connect for people's loved ones in spirit and spirit team. I just didn't want to do anything mediumship last year, like, because a lot of the mediumship stuff was hovering around these people that left me or I left them, and this whole separation, right? So mediumship was a big part of that community, that space. And I didn't want anything to do with it. So I really kind of broke up with my mediumship connection that summer, and I didn't want to do anything. I had plans that I wanted to do for the spooky season. I didn't carve pumpkins. We didn't even go to the pumpkin patch. I had like all these little recipes for spooky goodies that I wanted to make. You know how you find them like on Pinterest and stuff? I didn't do any of it. I did decorate my house. Very minimal, but it wasn't like full blown the way I wanted to do it. I had all these pictures on my phone of like how I wanted to decorate my house, and I didn't do any of it. It was a very low key Halloween experience. I do remember there was the most amazing sunset, and it was so beautiful. And if I remember, I will add it in this video. And I remember I took a picture of the sunset because it was absolutely gorgeous. So there was that. My husband and I sat outside. We passed out candy to the neighborhood kids. Little things like that. But the excitement and the love for Halloween wasn't there for me. I will be honest. Nothing felt magical. And honestly, to be honest, like I felt like I didn't deserve to have magical because I felt like at that time, I felt so responsible for so many things that happened. And it took me months to kind of be able to accept a lot of things. And it took me a lot of time to understand why things happened the way that they did. A lot of forgiveness on my end, a lot of just letting it go eventually. It took me a while. So I don't just shake off any old thing really quickly. Like I'm one of those, and I think this is kind of a Pisces trait where I'm one of those people where like when I'm feeling it, I feel it hard and I feel it like months later. So something that impacts someone, you may be able to shake it off. Some people can shake it off real quick and they're just done with it. And whether that is because they can just shut it off, or to me, it could also be like a sign that they just didn't give a shit to begin with. Then there's that. But for me, I actually gave a lot of shits. So it took me a solid good 6 months, probably even longer, to finally just like get over it. I'm at this point now where I'm good. Like I'm understanding, I'm accepting, I am forgiving, I forgive, I forget. Well, I probably won't forget, but I let go. I moved on with my life pretty much. Yeah, so there was that. So pretty much like it was just a lot of like little tower moments happening all in the span of a couple of months. And because of that, catching the, before, just during the time where I wanted to go Halloween hunting so bad, it created this like anxiety in me because it was like, oh my God, I never want to catch this again. I don't want to feel like this again. Like literally, I thought I was going to die like that first night because I had 104 fever for 12 fucking hours. I remember I was just laying on the couch shivering. My husband was watching me. He had ice on me because I couldn't cool down. And we were at the point where I was like, I might have to go to the hospital. And I didn't want to go to the hospital. And so he watched me. He literally monitored me the whole night. And then finally my fever broke like around 2 a.m. or something. So it was really scary. And it put me in this space of like, I don't want to catch this again. And God forbid, like something it were to happen again worse. Like it just was scary. So, it created this anxiety in me and I just didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to be around people. I was angry. I was going through a broken heart. I was just angry inside. And then that created this anxiety of like this social anxiety of not wanting to go to public places, not wanting to be around people. What if they're sick? What if this, what that? My mind was just not where it should have been. And yeah, it just really put a damper on a lot of plans that I originally had. So that is pretty much like a little gist of what the fuck happened last year. This year, I told myself I'm going to do all of the things that I didn't get to do last year, and I'm going to go strong and I'm going to enjoy every ounce of this fucking season because I can and I deserve it. Oh, iced coffee is so good. I like that I could just pause the video or like, because I can edit now. So I'm like, it's time for a little sippy poo of iced coffee. And let's have a couple bites of mango. Okay. Sorry guys, I had to have a couple bites. Okay. So that's where all of this like power is coming from. This desire to go strong with Halloween stuff because I missed out on a lot last year. I really did. So I was ready to go. I knew this year I was already looking forward to it. I knew fucking June is when we're gonna start looking for all of the Halloween things. I was already watching the videos. I have a subscription to a couple YouTubers who are Halloween hunters. They do the thing. It's this whole lifestyle for them, but they always do the Halloween hunt. So they're usually like the people I watch. And to get my first like idea of what's coming out. They live over on the East Coast. So of course, what I've learned is East Coast gets their Halloween stuff first. They get their shipments first, and then it kind of like trickle effects throughout the states. And unfortunately, California is dead last. So I like to watch those videos where they are taking the camera into the store and showing you what's on the aisles and stuff. Cause then I'm like, mental note, like this is what I want to look for. And then I start to trickle out into the wilderness, aka civilization, and start checking out the stores. So July this year, I would go out. I drove out. I think Cracker Barrel was the first one I started to hunt. Because Cracker Barrel, to me, in my opinion, at least from my experience doing this, Cracker Barrel is one of the first places that starts to put out their Halloween. They put it out in July. They usually wait till after 4th of July. So once 4th of July comes and goes, then you know it's game time. They're going to start setting up their stuff. So I usually start to kind of make my way over there after that. And it's always just kind of like that rush of like, ooh, are we going to find what we want to find? And you guys already know the whole story with the ghost. I'm not going to bore you with that again, but it's just fun. It's exciting. And I was telling my husband this yesterday that part of the excitement with Halloween hunting is not just getting the stuff that you want or that you're looking for, like the holy, they call it the holy grail item. Yes, that part is exciting and stuff, but the other excitement is, you know, planning out your day. How are we gonna, what stores are we gonna hit today? What time are we leaving the house? You know, the excitement that builds up in your body as you are walking into the store and seeing Halloween either for the first time or maybe it's the 6th time that you've been there. But then you finally see something different on the shelves that you've never seen before. So it's just this excitement, and it's literally a way to pass time. And if you have a lot of time on your hands, which I have a lot of time on my hands, I will say, no shame. But, you know, I'm a housewife and I do readings. I read for people. I don't always have sessions. Maybe I'll have a day where I just have 1 or 2 sessions, and by like 1 o'clock, my schedule's open. So I do have that ability to get up and go to the store if I want to, when I want to, whenever I want to. So I'm very thankful and grateful for that. But I know not everybody has that privilege. So if you can't do it like that, there's still ways around it. Like I always would find Halloween, even when I was working a full-time job. So you just gotta, if you really want it, you gotta make time for it. But it's just the best thing ever. And it literally does fuel is it serotonin? Like you just get this like this feeling of like excitement and happiness. There are times where I will just go look at Halloween just because I need to get out of the house and I want to look at Halloween. But I already tell myself I'm not buying anything. I like to get out of the house. Like being a housewife / reader, after a while, you just need like some kind of interaction with a human being other than your cats and your husband, you know? Depending on the mood I'm in too, though. Sometimes I just like to go and just browse. I love to push the cart around the aisles and browse and just see or get ideas, or yeah, sometimes I'll find the item I'm looking for or whatever. But sometimes it's also just a way for me to get some exercise. I'm walking around and just doing my thing. And also I see it as a practice for me to kind of not battle, but like fight back. Well, I guess that's the same thing as a battle. But it's for me to fight back with my anxiety. My social anxiety comes and goes. It's not always there. It just shows up when I'm feeling insecure about myself, or if I'm having a really low day, which if I'm a really low day or like depressed, I really don't go out. I just stay home. But there are times where it's like, oh, I have to go get the groceries, or, oh, I have to go do this and that. So I try to like add in a little thing that's going to make me happy, whether it is walking, the store to see Halloween, or it's, okay, I'm going to go do grocery shopping and this and that. But I also get to stop by the little sushi man that makes the sushi there and get myself a sushi roll for lunch, something to kind of like look forward to doing the responsibilities, but also I'm fighting against my anxiety because I'm putting myself out there. When I'm with my husband, I'm not as anxious unless he makes me go to Costco. If he makes me go to Costco, he knows too. Like when I start to look like he tells me, when you start to look like a deer in headlights, that's when I know we got to hurry up. He knows. And sometimes he'll even tell me like, just stand over here by the books. I'll be right back. Let me go get what I need to get and then we'll go. Because it's just so overwhelming. Usually when I'm with him, I feel safe and I feel okay. But when I have to go grocery shopping by myself, God forbid, but when I have to, it could be a struggle to the point where it's like, if I see someone in the car next to me, I don't want to get out of the car until they leave. Like that's my social anxiety. That's the kind of anxiety that I get. It's stupid, but it's like annoying and frustrating at the same time because it has prohibited me, or it has kept me from doing things that I want to do. And I'm trying to like fight back against it, Halloween hunting has really helped me fight back my anxieties and I love it. So that's my little tidbit, like my little tip for anyone who may be struggling too. Now the wallet portion, obviously, like it could get expensive, so I would say I'm learning from my own mistakes. Don't just go to a store without a plan. Have a plan. Go to your Halloween stores and, browse and window shop. But also if you have a problem with like finding everything and wanting to buy everything on site, that's me. I can be like that too. You really have to have a plan. Ask yourself, what area of the house am I decorating and what do I want to put in that area? What theme am I going with? What color scheme am I going with? And try to stick with that plan. The other thing is what is your budget? Maybe you're a budget-minded person, right? Do you have a budget? How much are you spending? How much are you willing to spend on an item? Another way to look at it is, it's a holy grail item. Are you going to find it again? Like when I went to Cracker Barrel and I was like, I probably will never see this guy in the store again. This is the first time I've seen it in 3 freaking years. So you bet your ass I bought that ghost, But if it's something that, do you really need it? Do you really want it? You have to ask yourself those questions. But I think what really helps me stay on track is knowing the themes that I'm doing in each room or wherever in my house and how I'm decorating it. So you have to kind of ask yourself those questions. This month, August, I've gotten some stuff, but July was probably the hot month for me. And then I'm just trying to hold out for Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween, this is my plan. Spirit Halloween, I want to get the Jason mug, the one where he has like the little knife through his head. I want to get the Jason mug. I want to get the Scream mug. Because I have the Michael Myers pumpkin one, so I want the other two. I just want the horror, like the horror characters. So I'm going to be looking out for both of those mugs. But yeah, plan out your stuff. So it's been a really good season so far. The rest of my plans for going strong with Halloween this season is obviously decorating. September 1st, I usually start to decorate the house. I have plans to decorate my living room, my hallway, my kitchen / dining room area, and the guest bathroom maybe, or my bathroom. I might just do it my bathroom. That's my plan. And then we also decorate the walkway, like walk from the outside of our house together. It's just going to be fun. I'm going to be decorating like a mad woman. And then what else? September is kind of like the prime time where I start looking at Spirit Halloween, Walmart, Target, getting like those last minute things, October, I told my husband I really want to do a maze. I want to do a maze with him, like one of those haunted mazes. A haunted maze. I want to do the pumpkin patch thing. I told him we're going to carve pumpkins this year. So carving pumpkins. I also want to do a seance kind of a video for YouTube. I want to do, obviously I'm launching my Halloween readings September 1st through October 31st. horror movies, watching horror movies. I want to go to the movies to see the Haunted Mansion movie. What else? What else is there? Oh, baking. I want to put those little recipes to use and finally bake those ghosty cakes. Oh my God, they were so fucking cute. So definitely bake and pass out candy on Halloween night. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else, you know, I'm sure like we'll come up with some other ideas or whatever, but I have to do all the things this year. I have to make up for last year. Last year was such shit. I have to make up for this year. It has to be good. I have to be, I want to be happy. I want to just enjoy this season and really enjoy it. So that's my plan. And yeah, that's pretty much my story, you guys, of why I'm going strong with Halloween. I am so sorry if this was super long. I know I could talk forever, but yeah, I just wanted to share that and and all of that goodness. But I got to get going. I have to start setting up for a one-on-one session. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys are doing well though. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video very, very soon. And until then, keep doing what you do. Do something that makes you happy. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.